why you're not getting any clients with freelancing. And I wanted to talk to you about my strategies on how I'm able to get clients by freelancing online, and why you are not finding this success, why you're struggling, why you are thinking too much maybe if you should do this or not. And the whole the whole reason behind the freelancing, behind building your online hustle, building your online business, building your online agency, it's very simple. I'm actually right now driving. I played paddle. So if you guys played before, I used to play tennis professionally, and then I stopped, and I started my Fiverr. I was able to build an agency, and then I was still playing 2021, 2022. I still tried to play futures. I still tried to play competitively. But I finished university. I went on a scholarship to the US university, where I was able to kind of continue my tennis dream, because as you guys know, if you played tennis before, the journey, it's not always smooth, and it's hard to make it out there as a professional sport, also to sustain yourself financially while doing so. So it's tough. So I'm playing paddle right now most of my time, free time when I have, because when I was going to the practice today before paddle, I was also kind of upset. I was not happy with the way things are going. Of course, in general, let's say when you start something new, when you start something new ventures, you're excited, but then of course things might not go as the way you plan, which is fine. I think at the end of the day, it's always everything is a good learning experience, so it's not necessarily a bad thing. But for me, when I start playing paddle, when I go on my practice, I really try to switch off and just try to focus on the getting better. And it actually goes back to the business, because with let's say sports, with paddle, there's just no way to I think that's why sports can give you a lot of positive things to a business, because there are no shortcuts, or there are no other ways to do it. There's just one way to get better and to be as consistent as possible, right? If you play sports like tennis, paddle, doesn't matter, you want to be consistent. The person who is more consistent is gonna win, right? So it goes back to the business. It's very simple. We have to be consistent. And when I look at my actions, for example, in the last few months, I tried different things, I can see if I'm not consistent, I'm not gonna able to get the result. If I'm trying many things, if I'm trying to do this, to do that, to try this strategy, to try another strategy, I will not be successful. I will not get a result. It goes back very simple. Right now, we are sending 20, 30 DMs per day on Instagram, trying to get clients on Instagram, trying to get clients on our services. And right now, in the last few months, we were able to get over $4,000 monthly recurring revenue by just using those messages, by sending the messages and getting the clients. And some weeks, for example, last 2 weeks, we only got 3 clients. The weeks before, we got 5 clients per week, 5 clients we close in a week, right? So, but by doing those repetitive actions, we are able to see results. We're able to see results, even though if you're because in sports, I think the results might be more visible, because you're you can feel good on the court, you can feel good on, maybe you're not, let's say, doing amazing, but you're feeling good, you're feeling light, your body is good, you're recovered, you feel fresh, you're doing some physical activity. In business, it's different. We don't have this feeling like that. We have a feeling where it's okay, we're able to get more revenue, but we don't really have this feeling, okay, this is I'm feeling good, it doesn't work. Feeling good means more clients, means more good feedbacks, happy clients, more revenue, right? So that's kind of what we can track, you know, because if we're doing something and we're not getting results, meaning that we're not getting clients, we're not getting more revenue, it's not, you know, we don't see any result, and then we lose the motivation, right? So but it's also understanding how soon you can get the result. Because, for example, I'll give you an example here. Freelance Hustle, you guys know, like I've been talking about this on this channel. Freelance Hustle is the SaaS that I'm doing together with Ayman. He's my partner. He was my ex-university professor. We've been together, right? So we've been working on this venture, and you know, like, of course, we were like very excited for this. We were like very, very positive. And then once we started this journey, we started to see, okay, some things might be slower, some things like take time, some things might not work. Maybe like, you know, like some freelancers might not find like Fiverr sellers our platform useful because they're not really making money on Fiverr. So paying like $39 per month, it's expensive. But then on the other side, we are also getting a lot of good feedback. Like yesterday, we received this feedback. If you guys may be a part of the Freelance Hustle, you know, we have this Telegram group, and we got a feedback where the person say, I was able to make 6 figures this year, and part of it is because of their Freelance Hustle. And you know, the feedback like this, it really pushes you. Like it really makes you think that you're doing actually something right, that you're on the right journey. Okay, maybe the journey cannot be fast as we like hoped, you know, but it's there. Like we are making progress, you know. So I think this is the most important thing that you can have, is to see those small wins. Like I always tell myself, if I'm able to get like 5 clients, why I cannot get 100 clients, you know? I think it's very logical thing. Like if you're able to see some results, this can be like doubled, tripled, quadrupled, you know, like it is possible. It's not impossible. It is possible. It just takes patience and time, right? So that's why when you are going into something, like when you try to do something, you should really like be prepared that it will take some time. It will be a long time, you know, before you start to see results, before you start to see any movement. So if you are thinking to freelance, if you know, for example, for me, like 2026, one of the best business models is for sure freelancing, for sure. Like if you want to make money, if you want to make living, if you want to be like not dependent on your job 9 to 5 and all that other stuff, you should go freelancing. You should learn a skill. Doesn't need to be like very complicated skill, like just like learn a simple skill that has a demand. You guys can check out my YouTube videos. Like I talk about many things, like how to how to become social media marketer, how you can grow clients' Instagram accounts. And for me, like 2026, it's also going to be a year where I want to try to plug in my services, like my agency services, into other like agencies, marketers, freelancers who are able to use the system, that the ready system, for their clients. I think this is the most important thing. So if you're thinking freelancing, so first of all, you have Fiverr, you have Upwork, right? So if you, like, let's say, want to make a living from freelancing, I will highly suggest you to look into those platforms. Like honestly, I know, like, even if you tried before, if you think that it's okay, like Fiverr, I'm not gonna get anything, like, guys, this is not true, you know? Yes, it's not maybe very exciting at the beginning, you know, it's like takes long time, but it's all about, it's all about testing. It's all about seeing like what services open up new gigs, because as soon as you start taking seriously Fiverr or Upwork, like for example Upwork, it's also a great platform. As soon as you start to take this seriously, it's like in sports, you don't really have many like ways to like pivot or change things, you know? It's like, it's very simple. You have to stay consistent. You have to like stay on this journey. If you're on Upwork, you have to send like proposals and try to get like more clients. If you're on Fiverr, you need to try to create gigs, which will be potentially bring you some demand. That's like, the goal with the Fiverr, and then just stay consistent. Like update your videos, like try to get better, try to work on your descriptions, like FAQs, like try, like really try to get that first customer, because as soon as you get the first customer, your goal is to try to make this customer like more a long-term customer, and build this relationship with the customer. So yeah, there are no shortcuts. That's why, like, when you look at social media, X, Instagram, YouTube, like all of these different like gurus, people, experts, MRR, monthly recurring revenue, everyone is showing, everyone is like successful. Yes, it's great. It gives you the motivation, it gives you the inspiration. But in reality, it's a little bit different, because first of all, you need to pick your own platform, like whether you're doing this Fiverr, Upwork. You need to also you need to go on social media. Like, for example, doing YouTube is I think it's very good. I think it has so much potential. I definitely think if you take YouTube seriously, I'm also telling this to myself, because like, I've been very consistent on YouTube for the last few years. Sometimes it doesn't go as well, it's not always like, success, but sometimes I'm like, okay, this video actually worked well. It inspired some people. Maybe you guys found this video helpful, maybe not. I'm not sure. I'm just recording. I'm just sharing my thoughts, because I feel like most people are just giving up too early. They're giving up too early, and a lot of people are trying too many things at once. That's the biggest issue that I see, because when I look at myself, my journey, my progress, I really stayed with Fiverr as a platform to build my freelancing, to build my reputation, to build my career. So I really stayed on that path, and I really tried to be as consistent as possible. Like, my goal was to not not to try too many things. I was like, okay, I'm trying Fiverr. I want to become the top rated seller. I want to become Fiverr Pro. I want to get as many reviews as possible on Fiverr. I want to to be the best of the best, like in terms of providing the service, like so the clients are actually very, very happy with my service. And that's why it reminds me the sport the same, because as we are doing the sport, we want to be strong, we want to be best, we want to be competitive. So it actually reminds me many things are very, very similar. So I want to encourage you, first of all, do sports, find a hobby, because I remember myself, like even early this year, I was maybe doing better financially, like on Fiverr, but I was always constantly like tired. I was like demotivated. And now, for example, things are not going as well. Like, it's more stressful, like paying, like expenses, like everything is kind of close, like it's entrepreneurship, every month is it can be good. Like, you can make a lot of money, but then you can make less money, and you have to stay disciplined. You have to stay that. It's fine. Like, I'm not like, at the end of the day, I don't think something crazy will happen. Like, of course you have to be smart with finances, with making financial decisions and stuff, but at the end of the day, if you are trying to do something, if you're putting the work, if you're putting the time, you'll be fine. So yeah, guys, I think 2026 for me, like personally, Fiverr is still going to be like a goal, like my main goal, right? To continue growing my Fiverr journey and stuff like that. Like, right now I'm in the process of doing also like rebranding of my Fiverr profile, because I know that I need to do it better, like update the videos, update other things. So it's because I remember like my previous years, like when, for example, I was making like $10,000 on Fiverr, and then suddenly it becomes like 15, 20. It's always these small steps that you do, they make sense in the end, and you're like, wow, why am I growing on Fiverr? But it's very simple. It's because you are doing those improvements every time. Like, every day you're trying to do something better. You analyze your market. By the way, if you're actually planning to go on Fiverr or on Fiverr already, you should go to the launch.freelancehustle.ai, link in description. It's our free platform for you to actually understand the Fiverr market, like overall gig market better, the categories, the other things. So highly encourage you to check it out. So yeah. And yeah, guys, and also if you're a Fiverr seller, would love for you to try the freelance hustle. I'm honestly thinking this is still, we're still at the very beginning of this whole product, of how it can develop, how it can, you know, help your Fiverr journey, or also Upwork journey, because we support Upwork as well. And thank you guys for support. If you have any questions or anything that you guys want to, like, you know, ask me or something, you have my Instagram. Instagram is in my description. Just send me a message on Instagram if you want to share anything. So I'll be happy to get back. Please just send me like a message like, hey Vasily, like I have a question, this, or this and that. So like, you know, just be kind of, you know, explain what you want to, you know, explain your question, and I'll do my best to get back to you. Feel free to leave a comments. I'm always responding to comments. And yeah, thank you so much for staying and listening to this while I'm going to the office, going to hustle. Take care, and see you soon.